In the morning, her sister Kureha wakes Kinjiro Sakamichi up by practicing her wrestling moves on him. On his way to school, he sees Subaru Kono, who is a butler, helping her master Kanade Suzutsuki out of the car, and his friend Yamato is jealous because she is the school's top beauty and the lady of the Suzutsuki group. Throughout the day, Subaru is helping Kanade until she has to use the washroom. Kinjiro thinks it's weird until a girl tries to touch him, and he backs off quickly. Yamato calls him out for liking dudes in front of everyone, so he runs to the bathroom. In the bathroom, he had a stomach ache, so he opened a stall to find Subaru wearing cat panties. He casually leaves, but Subaru confronts him for trying to look at him. So Subaru punches him, but he doesn't pass out. Subaru tries to use his family memory erasing technique on him, but he runs away. He goes into a room, but Subaru blasts, and so he tries to defend himself by dodging. He makes fun of Subaru's terrible finishing move names, and he gets embarrassed about it. Suddenly a jar is about to fall on Subaru, so he jumps in to save him. When he gets back up, he gets to squeeze melons and finds out Subaru is a girl. She gets Kinjiro off of her and throws a fire extinguisher at him to knock him out. When he wakes up, he is at the nurse's office in handcuffs. He finds Kanade sleeping beside him, and she makes fun of him when she wakes up. Kanade explains why Subaru is dressed as a guy because of a family tradition where the males would serve her family, but Subaru is a girl, so she begs to be her butler. The conditions were to go to school for 3 years and not get found out. That's the reason Subaru tried to silence him. On the other side, Subaru is chained up and wants to kill him to keep her secret. Kanade had a plan to prevent Kinjiro from not spilling the beans by offering him to fix his nosebleed problem, and in return he wouldn't expose Subaru, otherwise they would kill him. They both agreed to the terms, and Kanade tested how much blood he could lose before passing out. The next morning, Yamato warns him the S4 fan club will attack him because he's getting too close to Subaru. Later he is attacked by one of the S4 members, but a spin-off from the S4 group saves him because of different views. Kinjiro finds it a hassle, so Kanade gives him a voucher that will make Subaru do whatever he asks and lists some naughty things he could ask for. After school, Kinjiro and Subaru go to the arcade for a date, and Kanade tells Subaru to change, but not in the open. During their date, Subaru liked a plush, so Kinjiro won it for her. Later, Subaru asked why he has gynophobia, and it was all because her mother and sister used him as a punching bag, so to avoid the torture he started having nosebleeds to have them stop. Kanade calls them to start the main mission, so Subaru starts seducing him. Then Kanade lets Kinjiro use the voucher she gave him. Subaru is pissed but still asks what he wants and asks her to make sheep sounds. She's not satisfied with the request, so she tries to seduce him some more until Kureha shows up to kick him in the head. She wants her brother back, so she attacks Subaru, but Subaru easily knocks her down. Kureha cries and runs away after getting beaten. Kinjiro gives the plush to Subaru and goes home after that. When Kinjiro arrives home, he finds Kumigoro a plush in terrible shape and fixes it up. In school, the boys are expected to have a physical exam. Kinjiro asks how she will pass it. When Subaru measures her chest, Kinjiro has a pervy thought, so he measures her chest for them. After that, it's his turn because they are nurses. Subaru does it for him. Next up was checking the heart, and Kinjiro has a pervy thought again. He offers to do it, but when he does, he gets a nosebleed, making him pass out, which helps Subaru avoid the remaining exams. Subaru treats Kinjiro to lunch for helping her out, and when they are having lunch together, they formally become friends. Later that night, when Kinjiro returned home, Kureha confessed to Kinjiro that she likes Subaru because Subaru is strong. The next morning, Subaru goes to Kinjiro's place, but suddenly Kureha walks out in her undies and screams. At school, Kinjiro is talking with Kanade while Kureha spies on them. Kureha barges out to confront Kinjiro and Subaru's relationship, and Kanade confirms her suspicion, but Kinjiro and her are actually dating right now. Then she offers to go on a double date at the water park. During the date, Kinjiro had to lead Subaru to a private change room, and when they were done changing, they were welcomed with a stunning Kanade and a not-so-stunning Kureha. Kureha takes the opportunity to take Subaru away with her for some alone time. Kanade tells Kinjiro that they were kidnapped for ransom when they were younger, and that's why Subaru is acting differently. Then they enjoy their hot date while she keeps on touching him. Kanade orders Subaru and Kinjiro to get drinks. On the way they talk, but a kid is drowning, so Kinjiro jumps in to save the kid, but he passes out from losing too much blood. When Kinjiro wakes up, a kid gives them a phone. When the phone goes off, a kidnapper shows Kanade and Kureha passed out and the building where they are at. Right before hanging up, the kidnapper whipped out a knife, making Subaru scared in fear. She still tries to go, but Kinjiro knocks her out to go alone. When Kinjiro arrives, the kidnapper starts beating Kinjiro to a pulp. When he whips out his blade to finish off an exhausted Kinjiro, Subaru comes in time to save the day. She kicks the kidnapper on the head to knock him out and rescue all of them. Kanade reassures her that she won't fire her no matter what and to serve her as a butler and a friend. The kidnapper claps and reveals himself as Nagar Kono, Subaru's father. When Kinjiro wakes up, Nagar and Kinjiro trash talk about each other until Kanade dismisses him to thank him for being a good sport for the fake kidnapping to help Subaru. When Kanade leaves, Subaru comes in crying because she doesn't want to lose her first friend, and Kinjiro comforts her. It's Golden Week and Kinjiro can't wait to eat his ramen, but Subaru is at the door asking to stay at his place because she was kicked out for fighting with Nagar. Kinjiro lets her stay and feeds her. Subaru offers to be his butler because she has no money to offer and finds out Kureha is out for the week on a club activity. Kinjiro wants to sleep, but Subaru doesn't allow him to slack off, so they train for a bit. In the forest, Kureha gets lost from the group and a bear appears, so she spars with it. After getting his ass whooped, Kinjiro takes a bath and Subaru joins in to scrub Kinjiro's back. Suddenly Kureha announces she's back after breaking her arm from fighting with a bear and finds it odd that Kinjiro is being so nice all of a sudden. She barges in to find Subaru inside and faints due to excitement. After the bath, they were preparing some ramen and suddenly Kinjiro felt cold. Kanade invited herself after feeling left out and came as a maid to stay over too. Kinjiro kicks her out, so she challenges Subaru to see who stays. During the challenges, Subaru was about to give mouth-to-mouth to Kinjiro, but he fainted all of a sudden. Kureha is scared because he might die. Luckily it was only a fever, so they took care of him. Subaru brought him some spicy food and Kinjiro wants water because it's way too spicy. Subaru keeps on trying to get him better, but whatever she does is like poison to Kinjiro. Kanade tries to get Kinjiro to help her fix Subaru and Nagare's relationship so that Subaru can go back. They go out to where Nagar is living and Nagar blames Kinjiro for harming their relationship. Suddenly Subaru surprise kicks Nagar to prevent Nagar from attacking Kinjiro. Subaru drags Kinjiro back home, but Kinjiro persuades Subaru to make up with Nagar because he's all she's got. Subaru was afraid of losing Kinjiro because she saw Kureha crying for him, and it felt like it was the time her mom died. Kinjiro assured her that he'd fight to stay alive and didn't want to see her cry again. Then he dismisses her as a butler and returns to her home with Kanade and Nagar. When Kinjiro gets better, Subaru thanks him for being her friend and runs off to take care of a sick Nagar. Kanade shows up from her hiding spot and kisses Kinjiro. When Kinjiro was on his way to school, he got hit by Masamune, who was distracted when riding her scooter. Kinjiro was fine after getting hit, but Masamune wondered what to do after hitting him. She gets scared after seeing Kinjiro still moving. Kinjiro sees his glasses by her thighs and tries to get them, but she misunderstands and kicks him. She continues to kick him, but he can dodge all the kicks until the glasses fly out. Then she asks how he got close to Subaru until she knocks him out. When Kinjiro woke up, he was in the infirmary and was picked up by Subaru when they passed by on the way to school. At the school festival, Subaru wants Kinjiro to be with her because she has never experienced it before, and he agrees. Then Kinjiro tells her that Kanade and him kissed, and Subaru gets embarrassed because she kissed him first. Later, Masamune tries to get Kinjiro to be her fake boyfriend throughout the school festival, so she can start a war between the S4 and Subaru observation group to determine who the ultimate fan club is. Then she attacks him after showing him evidence that he's getting Subaru to cross-dress. Subaru shows up midway, and that made Masamune too shy even to say anything in front of Subaru. So she talks behind Kinjiro and they will be spending time together at the school festival because Kinjiro wants to prevent the picture from being leaked. Subaru punches him because she's mad and runs off crying. They go on a rehearsal date and go swimsuit shopping. She gets Kinjiro to ask for his opinion and kicks him out to buy the swimsuit for her. He's not down to be a simp but slips inside and sees her changing. When they were done, Kinjiro walked Masamune home and made names for each other. During the school festival, Subaru is dressed as a girl, and on Masamune's side her classmates are trying to be provocative to make more money. When they go on their date, Masamune gets Kinjiro to pay for everything and she offers to cook for Kinjiro after. Masamune feeds Kinjiro, but before he takes a bite, Subaru feeds him a spicy sausage. Then Subaru tags along their date to keep it pure and boring. The two girls try to fight for Kinjiro until he can't bear it anymore and tries to get away but bumps into a mascot. So they go into the animal cafe and run into Kureha. Kureha starts rubbing herself on Masamune until she gets Kureha off, and then Kureha helps Subaru pick out a keychain. Masamune is jealous of Kureha because she is innocent and has a family to go to. Masamune gets bored, so she lets Kinjiro spend the rest of the festival with Subaru. So he leaves her, but a mascot pushes Kinjiro down the stairs and introduces herself as Nakura Narumi, the president of the Subaru observation group. She shows him a manga she wrote, but Kinjiro rips it and tosses it away. Then she accused Masamune as a liar, and she has no power in the S4, so Masamune couldn't protect them. Masamune shows up to knock Nakura down and confirms whatever Nakura says is true. She kicks Kinjiro, but Subaru comes in time to block the kick and Masamune runs away. They go to a room where the S4 and the Subaru observation group await for battle, and Kanade will host the event. Whoever wins the event will control the losers by winning the Q&A event. The S4 is in the lead by a close margin, and the final question was who took her first kiss. Kinjiro begs her to answer, and she points to him. Kanade shows the proof of her first kiss, and Kinjiro is furious because now the S4 is going to kill him. To save himself from the S4, Kinjiro announced he liked Kanade, and Kanade rejected him, while they both escaped the crowd. When they get out, Kanade gets her revenge on him, and he asks about Masamune. Once Kanade explains, Kinjiro starts looking for her and finds her on the roof ready to resign from school. Then she gives Kinjiro a backstory of why she likes Subaru, and how it all changed when they became friends. Masamune wants to change her back, but she fails, so that's why she hates everyone including herself. He continues to act as her boyfriend, and after hearing her secret he tells her he has gynophobia and she laughs at it. Then Subaru came to apologize to Kinjiro, who was trying to protect her without her knowing because Kanade told Subaru what happened. Then Masamune and Subaru become friends, but Kureha shows up to get Subaru to dance with her. The next day Masamune offers to cure Kinjiro too because they are friends and they use their first names. Well, that's it for part 1. If you want part 2, comment Subaru, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.